Cosmoteer. Let's go ahead and dive into this. And we're going to be looking at a whole bunch of more new ships that just came out. So let me come over here and let's get this all set up here real quick. Bear with me a moment. All right. Now let's come over here and let's look at a whole bunch of new ships that we'll start off with. Let's start off with Bloop. Bloop has a bunch of ships that he brought in. He just built this one. I think he built it in 20 minutes. We have a bunch of people in Discord building out ships. This is a very neat designed ship. I can see it has a whole bunch of ions on it. I like the diagonal facing of it. It looks really neat. Let's go ahead and let's save this in folder. Let's create a brand new folder. Let's call this one a new ships. Let's call it new ships 1 right now. Perfect. We'll call it that. We'll put it there. All right. Let's come in and let's load another one of Bloop's ships as well. I think this one is mining lasers. Yeah, we were all discussing, or we were just thinking about it. Look at this wall of mining lasers. Really neat. Actually, I'm kind of curious how fast it flies. As well as this one. How fast does this one fly? It flies fast. This thing can delete asteroids, I guarantee it. And a bunch of other things. With me? I have a crying kid right now. I want to see how fast this deletes this, honestly. Maybe it won't target it. I guess they won't target each other. Let's save this one as well. Let's take a look at it. I really like these designs. Really neat. Thank you, Bloop, for these designs. I don't think they can hurt each other. Yeah, they can't hurt each other because they're friendly ships. They would have to be enemy ships. But I like it. Really neat. All these can be found in the Discord channel, so really neat. Really neat as well. Let's load another one of Bloop's ships. I think he has this one as well. What is this? A point defense. You know, this is kind of a neat design right here. You could probably build a ship inside of it and pretend it's like a space station or something. Building ships within. So, let's get... Oh, look at that. He has it set to always fire. Huh. Do they always just fire? Are they targeting? That's interesting. I really want to see this in action now. I want to see this point defense wall. Hold on, I need to see this. Okay, put this point defense wall versus mining laser and see which one wins. I'm sorry, I have to see this. This is just strange and interesting both at the same time. Point defenses versus mining lasers. Does it literally... The mining lasers don't know what to target? Well, that's very interesting and neat at the same time. Obviously, they doesn't stand a chance against each other because they're just fighting each other. But this is a point defense wall versus a mining laser wall. Obviously, not a fair comparison because it doesn't look like the mining laser one is even trying to get rid of this. But you can see how it's pushing it back. That's kind of neat. Let's face it, get something else. Let's take the point defense wall. I know this other ship's easily just going to destroy it, but I want to see, will it stop right here and not fire? I think it will fire. Yeah. I think the ion beams will totally just wipe this out. But the point defense wall is kind of neat. It's a neat concept. I like it. That's kind of neat. I'm interested how the mining laser wall will do. I just want to see how it works. I know this is the ion beam one's going to easily win against, but I want to see this mining laser wall. How does it act? And how does it actually... Will it actually start deleting or mining away the armor? This is a neat concept. Now the one thing about mining lasers, which I wish they would fix, you see how he's moving? If you're moving, the mining laser shuts off. So you literally have to be staying still in order for the mining lasers to constantly be working. Which I think is not a fair assessment of mining lasers. I think they should work even while moving at full speed. So that's my 2 cents on that. Because you can see right here, it doesn't work effectively as a weapon if you're moving. You have to not be moving for mining lasers to actually work. But this really is a neat ship. I actually want to face this ship against another ship to see how it does. So if we take his ion-based ship and we come back over to new 3, I think. I want to face it against Hosip's ship with railguns. So this is one of the older designs that Hosip made. It was built to do a comparison. This one I can see doesn't fly very, they both don't fly very fast. But how do they compare against each other? Do they stay at long distances? And will the railgun, okay, the railguns are firing. They're keeping long distance from each other. So it would be a long fight. Let's just speed it up real quick. Yeah, the railguns have an advantage, as you can see. The ship's not done yet. I don't know if Hosip, or maybe it is done. I don't know what Hosip has decided to do with that, but that's one of his older ships. Alright, really nice designs, Bloop. I like the comparisons. Let's come over here. Let's look at some other ships. Let's look at this ship. This is the person newly joined us in Discord. Forgive me if I pronounced his name wrong. His name is Dr. Mobius, is according to it. He asked me to take a look at the ship and fix it up. So one of the first things I'm looking at this ship right now, and again, I'm only looking at the ship just now, and we'll clear out everything else, is it probably, see how slow it moves? It's got a ton of armor, a ton of everything else, but let's go ahead and let's save this ship. Let's put it in our new ships 1. We'll put it in here. And let's take a look at it and start editing it, and let's fix it up a little bit. Because I can already see, just looking at it, just from first impressions, a few things that we can change on the ship to make it better. So let's come over here, let's maybe face it against this one real quick. They're kind of near almost the same cost. This one obviously has more, well, which one has more crew? Okay, the Hunter Mobius MK2 has more crew on it. It is a little on the slower side, which you'll need to fix. Now you see these doors on here, you don't need these doors on these engine rooms. Because once you have the engine room associated, you don't need the doors. That'll save a little bit on cost. I would add more engines literally right here, which I'm going to showcase right now. But I just wanted to face it versus a pure optimized damage type of ship and let you see how it can deal against it. And you see right here, once you lose your front armor, all the side armor, everything matters nothing at all, because now you've already lost your ship. So let's come over here and let's fix a few things. First thing to fix right now is to come over here. Let's change this. Let's edit this. And let's start removing out, pause the game because I don't want them to fight each other right this second. And move out, let's just make sure you have that. Okay, you do. Move out those extra doors. That's fix number 1, okay? Fix number 2, as we're looking at these different powers, I can see all these different things. Your frontal head armor is semi-okay, but you're only using single blocks. You should definitely work on fixing it up to put on double blocks and layer stack them accordingly. Undo that one. You're gonna have to disperse them out so that it layer stacks, so that you add in a whole bunch more armor, because 2 blocks are better than single blocks. Hold on, let me fix this. This one should be 1 down, that one should be 1 up, down, up. Trying to layer stack your front armor right now, just to showcase how this actually works a little bit. And there and there. There. Now we layer stack your armor a little bit better on the front. It'll be a little bit better. We didn't change the design at all. We just layer stacked the front armor. That's the important key. Some of the other issues that you have here as well, I see you have generators. It's kind of hard for them to get in and out. I like how you did walkways there a little bit. That fixed a little bit on the front, but what really matters here is thrust. Thrust and maneuverability. If your ship can't move, then you will have definite huge issues. Now, one of the things that you can definitely do here is, let's come over back here. See, like those thrusters there. So let's see if we can get a huge thruster in. Now they can point in just a little bit, just like this. So we're gonna see where we can place these engines, and then we'll get one of those in there. See how they can cross the platform right there, and then you can get. Let's see, actually get this here like this and do double. And let's fix in an engine room at least. Let's get rid of the extra doors. So now they're placed like that. I would like to actually move the engine room a little bit differently, but you can see, let's actually move this one back here. Let's move this one up here like this, and then we can stick another something right here. So we can actually stick, and actually let's move everything one more tile up, move this one over here like this, move this one over here like this, and we can get one more big huge engine room right here. That should be able to fit right like that, right? Now we can easily just get rid of all of this extra armor. Not worry about the back right now. We'll fix the back armor a little bit later. Let's stick in a double piece, because I see you keep using these single blocks, but you should definitely use double pieces. You want to layer stack all that. So you see right there, already you have more boost backwards. We do have to get rid of all this extra. I don't know why that's saying that this is invalid. These are not squared. These are not squared at all. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. So your ship is not 100% squared away from side to side. You can see how it's a little off-centered. Yeah. See how it's off-centered? So your ship's not centered. Huh. That will cause problems if you're trying to build it side to side. Okay, so that's another thing that you should probably do, is I would totally center your ship. Let's do this. Let's do a cut option, and let's see if we can center this thing. Right there. Now that will center it. Okay, now that the ship's centered, let's redo this. This should be able to go back. Can it? Nope. Well, that's good to know. I removed some of that other. That's fine. Okay. Now that the ship is centered, we can fix some of this. That will help us significantly with building, obviously. Let's fix some of that. We'll do a little bit more later. And then let's fix these engine rooms. Get rid of these extra doors because you don't need them. Save you on a little bit more cost. I would get rid of these for right now. We'll fix this up. We need to change these walkways a tiny bit. I like how you have the doors on the corners. Perfect. That is good. But we need to add in walkways here. And we probably should have this going down. And this going back up. And then you should have doors right here. And then get rid of these extra doors. Okay. We'll fix up the armor a little bit later. Okay. Now what I would like to do is actually move this. See this save space? So this should actually be like that because the engine rooms, engines can cut into each other. I gotta fix the doors again. Alright, that's closer to what we would like it to look like. Get rid of that extra door, we don't need that one. Alright, get rid of this extra there. And let's come over here. We're just fixing up Dr. Mobius' ship that you put in Discord. Alright, now we're gonna move this other... I don't know what I did right there, but obviously I want to do it differently. We'll move the door down this way, so faster access in and faster access out. We'll change this and get rid of farther away from the power plant. So now we're closer just by a tiny bit. Put in the extra doors right here. Move this door here. And that should already make you a little bit faster than what you currently are. Now, obviously we still want to fix a few more boosters, so let's fix this even further. Even just adding in tiny boosters, because you see right there that can cut into there, will it greatly increase your movability. So let's do that, so we don't cut into that part. And let's get rid of these extra doors again. Now we could probably even do some over here too. I would like to give it bigger thrusters, but even smaller ones give a tiny bit more maneuverability. So we'll mess with this a little bit too. Get rid of this extra space. That way we haven't moved everything, but we've moved enough. That does look a lot better already. It gives him far more maneuverability. Okay. Now we're still messing with it, but I just want to go ahead and showcase the differences between this one and let's just do this one as a 1.0. Save the ship. Now that we have a newer version, let's take Mobius 1.0 on the left. We'll take your original design on the right. And let's face them versus each other. Let's take a look to see how this does. Now you see how you have so much more maneuverability and a little bit more speed, almost 50, compared to this one that goes a lot slower. Now you'll also notice too that you can angle and move around a little bit better. Now we're watching how these ships face each other to see how it actually plays out. So we're trying to see how this does. Now you see you're having problems right here, energy. And for those that are just joining, we are looking at Mobius, I'm sorry, Dr. Mobius, who just joined us in Discord. He sent the ship to me and he wanted me to take a look at it and see if we could fix it up. So the first thing I wanted to do was fix up the boosters. I layer stacked the front armor. And you can see right here, he only has, if you look at it, single blocks of armor. That's not very good armor placing in the front. Without the layer stacking, it doesn't survive as good because you can already see the frontal head on here still surviving. The frontal head over here is not doing as well. The lasers are already gone. And you can see right here also maneuverability because he can move left and right. Just adding movement alone gives you the advantage because you can see right here it has a bigger advantage over this one. And all we did was we put boosters on the back and we layer stacked the front armor. And what I mean by layer stacking is easier to see if it's all in white. I layer stack the armor with 2 blocks and it looks like bricks, just like a building. So it gives it that much more armor. And you can see the advantage of the 2 different ships. If you're looking at them, we'll take away this. This ship has sustained far more damage in the beginning, and this ship has just sustained a lot less. Now, obviously, they're the same firepower and everything, so they're going to maybe stalemate in a sense. But in the beginning battle, everything, hold on, someone's trying to message me. Okay. Back in the action. Sorry there for the short pause. Well, let's come back over here. Let's restart this battle. And let's fix it up some more. So, aggressively, you can change a bunch of these things. I would move this power plant actually further up to increase the power because it's a little too far back and you want it to actually support all this. So I would actually take it. Well, let me check, make sure he doesn't have any dedications. Okay, so he has no dedications there. No dedications there. Okay, so I can move stuff freely without too much worry. Literally move that up there. And literally come over here and put doors on all the corners. Fix this up like this. And that will fix that up a little bit better. Now he has it upward this way and downward that way. I would change this to be a full circle. And when I say full circle, I literally mean like this. Up, down, and then this should be down. And that should be down like this. Okay, now you have a full circle around your power plant. And then these should be facing the reverse of what it is. So that's reversed that way. This one should be reversed this way if there's even anything down here, which there are. So then you have up, up, down, 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 and you have the circle this way, and then you have down this way. And these right here should be reversed like that. And then you have all different directions to go all the way around, and you can circle around your power plant. Now these right here, if you have a gigantic power plant right here, you're watching from school. Okay, don't get in trouble at school. It's on school. I don't entice for you to get in trouble at school. All right, get rid of those. You don't need that if you have a 3 power plant right there that close. In fact, you know what? You can even move this even further up. I would totally do that. Get it even closer. All right, let's get a circle around this thing. Undo. Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. There we go. There we go. Get a full circle around We'll get rid of that right now. Maybe we can put it back. Let's move this. Even just moving this just like here for right this second. Okay, move those away. Now we have a circle going around your power plant. Things are closer. Should utilize the power a little bit better. This needs to be a corridor. Power closer to where you have your lasers. And then we can fix up these lasers to do even more effective and do more damage. And we'll do that. Okay, we get a circle here. There should be a circle going around. And this should be a circle going around. There you go. Now you have a full circle around it. Get rid of those corners. And now you get them in and out. And they can go literally around the circle like that. Now, I guess I should refix these walkways to be what they were originally designed to do. So you had them going up. Am I facing the right way? Facing up. And this was facing up, and that's facing down. Okay. Up, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Okay, that's good. Now you have a circle. I don't know what these extra armor is here for. Give them clear paths. We want to be able to walk. We want to add these doors closer to... since it would come in, come out, go back in. Okay. You don't really need this extra door there or there. This one can be down, down, down. Okay, you have up there. They can support that like that. Let's add extra walkways here to make it a little bit faster. And then down this way. And then up this way. And then down this way. That way they can go in and out faster that way. Then you have up here. I'm getting rid of these. Do this. And then down. This will speed. Okay, this is why I have a double. This is why we centered the entire ship. Just to speed that up a lot. Then I go in. And then you can even have it downward here as well. You can have this one come over here so that it goes faster and like that way. That might slow them down just right there for a second. So that's a problem right there too. Let's get rid of these as well. We'll move this here for now. Oops. Wrong button. And this could be back up. Up. Left, up. That could be this way like that. And then it's just like that. And that's a up. That's a down. This is a... They may not ever use that walkway. You do have extra doors here. You don't need that. Closer to the power plant's better. Then you got that like that. Okay. These disruptors and this laser doesn't shoot well with the way you have that. This either needs to move forward or this needs to be like that. So you can angle it like that. These can literally be like this if you wanted it. I don't recommend that. I still don't recommend how that actually looks. So I'm actually going to delete those two pieces. And that allows this to have another angle. Same thing like this right here, see? You need to have that angle to shoot up. Now, I think I need to mess with it a little bit more, but let's just save this as version 2. We're still messing with it, but we just want to see how this flies now. 1.1 loaded in. Let's check to see what this does. Does it do better? Does it do worse? Did I break it? We're watching to see the front to see how the shields and the armor hold up. I know we're not looking at the internals, so we'll look at the internals. The front should, in theory, perform better now. At least for shield placement. You see these are out of power. I see that. Your disruptors are out of power already. Disruptors out of power. See, they're too far away. Lasers are still firing. His laser's still firing here too. But you could add so much more firepower to the front. See how this is never going red? You're never utilizing all your energy in the front. Or in the back. Even on your original ship, you're not using all of your power. Yeah, these extra shields right here, I would change this up. Okay, Let's fix this up somewhere. Let's restart the battle. But you see, moving that power plant forward, it didn't even get destroyed, so it's still safe. We're protected a little bit. Okay, so let's come over here and let's rip out some of these shield placements. I also know I removed some crew too. These cost expensive, and you might as well just add in a double bunker like this if you're gonna add one in. And this right here, let's dump this. We'll replace your people a little bit better. Redesign the whole front. Okay, so you only need to be 1 square away for the best placement of these. Now the disruptors, I like them-ish, but what I would do here is instead add a larger shield right here like that. That would give it a little bit more protection compared to the shields you were using before, and give it a little bit more. This I would actually move 1 space up like this. We'll have to change the walkway some more. This can be placed right. No, I want that there. We want an armor layer just behind this to actually protect that. And we'll add 1 extra piece right here. Just give it just that little bit more protection, and then the shields are just like that. And then once that's gone, the shield will overlap and give you a whole nother extra layer. You want to actually add the defense too as well, but this gives you a whole nother layer. Now this can be moved here next to it, so it has that benefit right there. This can probably be put next to it like this. You can add a whole nother layer of defense right here like this, and we can add this in. No, I don't want to add that one in there. And then we can have it just like that, and that way you have a little bit more closer together. Let's fix these walkways too. Right, now I have a whole bunch more empty space. You can even add in more lasers to give it more damage since you're mixing in lasers. We're going to space this out 1 more like that, and 1 more just like this. Now I know we're changing the whole override design, but give it at least 2 blocks. Put in a double defense block twice here, just like that, and then we'll add in. Why does it not look right? Maybe I didn't want it like that. I think it was the other way. Yeah, it's like that. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. Like that. There we go. Now we have the angles and we have everything, giving you the extra layer of protection between these ships to go like this. Now we can add in walkways and fix this even more. We need an up and a down. We need another up and down. Another up and down. I know I'm missing fire extinguishers, that's fine. We'll fix it. And another down. There we go. Alright. Fix this as well. Okay. Now we added a little bit more firepower in the front. You could just have so much everything. You could add this just like that. Giving it a whole nother target, giving it a whole nother extra everything. And we'll fix out the armor some more too. Oops. Grab this piece, put it here. Put this behind, just like this. Alright. Looks a little goofy. Now we need to fix the crew because I totally just wiped out a whole bunch of crew. That won't fit there, will it? And we need to add in the fire extinguishers as well as hatches. This is where I literally add in enough fire extinguishers to be. That'll be enough for right now. Then you have everything placed there. You don't have any frontal hatches because I deleted them. Wherever I put them. You need at least 2. Oh wait, you have them right here. We'll leave that for right there. I just want to see how this performs now that I've just ripped everything apart. Let's change these because I know I already messed with this. And this walkway should be up, up. We'll leave that down. We'll leave these as down. That way that goes this way. And then you have up. And this one should be here. Up, 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 up. We got another double door there that goes down. Comes up and down and up and down. Okay. Alright. Version 1.2. Let's put version 1.2 in there. I know it's look kind of funny right now, but we're just utilizing the front. Oh, I didn't give it enough crew. I need to add in more crew over here and over there. We gave him too many targets with the bigger shields, I can see. So that was a bad idea against the same ship. His smaller shields, okay, so literally they're trying to target the cannons first against the lasers. So that was a bad improvement. Plus the crew's not close enough to do what it needs to do, so let's change this up. I need more crew for sure, because I ripped out too many. Let's save this, see how that does with an extra 24 plus crew. We need smaller shields to protect the bigger shields. So actually they should be shield placement already. This needs to be fixed already. We'll give it the extra 3 shields it needs. This can be there, this can be there, this can be there, like that. Get rid of this one. And some of this one, just like that. A double door, just in case. You're right. In and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. Extra door there. This gives it that layer of protection. We need the extra shields on the back of this one as well. That gives it that protection right there. Give it one more corridor. One more door. Alright, we'll just play with that for just a little bit. Now it should do better. Bigger shields needs the protection, otherwise the bigger shields are useless. Oh, it's not a... Alright, steady halt. Not enough time for them to regenerate that part. Already took out one frontal section. Oh, you have these cannons back here. Didn't even notice these larger cannons. You have a large variety of weapons on this thing. I'm gonna guess there's not enough crew in the front. They're all focused on ammo, and they're not focused on lasers and disruptors, because disruptors are not firing. This shield is still holding up some. There should be a door here. Talk about a ship that has a lot of everything on it. You have a lot of everything on it. And I'm gonna guess, are these all red shirts? Okay, your priorities need a lot of fixing. You have operator laser, supply laser. Your disruptors are not operating supply lasers either. If you're gonna do this, you might as well just do these as all 7 for right now, like that, and then change this. These should be 7s, and then you probably have your cannons 5, 6, 7, 7, 7, 7. Okay, so you need the frontal ship to actually have its defenses. What is the other large cannon set to? Standard cannon? Large cannon. You probably should make these. Interesting. If you're just gonna do all red shirts. Alright, repair this real quick. Let's go back in here. Let's fix the extra door here. Just the roll placement alone. Let's save this ship and redo this. I think this should help the ship significantly. You need more crew right here. But now we actually have people in the front of the ship. Why do we have people still sitting around? Now we're in the red. In the front of the ship. That needs to be fixed. Look at this. This door should be here to this door. See how they're walking all the way around? No. All you need is a door here and a door here. That'll fix that. And a door here. Like, they shouldn't walk all the way out to come all the way around. Such interesting placements. But that fixes that right there. Now they have in and out access. You have all this extra ammo there. Let's add more crew to the front of the ship as well. And one more here. Should be the upward. The door that way. I thought the double. Okay. Make it so. Save this again. Retry this. I know, I've already increased the cost significantly. We'll probably delete out this shield right here and just keep the front one. Bring back your original looking design. But now ammo right here, you see right here? Much better. In and out, in and out, in and out as needed. This right here, you see I have to walk in and out. You don't need this extra. If you're gonna put this crew, might as well just put the crew right here. Fix that right now. Literally come over here, take this. If you wanted this to be... I'm gonna toss it. Literally put one extra door here, and then they could just come in and out like that. Let's toss this one. And you have an extra door right here, and that gives faster access to the cannons like that. You could put the crew right there. Yeah, I wouldn't put it there, the armor there. You could add more crew here if you're worried about crew. Let's go delete this out right here, back here. Let's refix this armor. Just for now. That'll cut on cost a little bit. Let's resave this. Let's try this again. Now we're coming down on cost because I am being aware of that. I only deleted one side. Save ship. Try this again. What does it cost now? Closer, a little bit closer to the original. I don't even know how much crew is on this thing. 324. Okay, also closer to the original crew too. Okay, a little bit more movement, a little bit more firepower. Lasers and shields are doing better. Cannon, I'm making sure there's no crew sitting in any bunkers. And they're not, so all crew is utilized. You have lasers that are not firing. These disruptors are also have that problem right there because I added in that extra shield. We may actually just delete those two shields so the disruptors can have a little bit better. But already you can see doing better. In the long run, the new ship, with just a few minor tweaks and a few minor things moved around, is now doing better. I'm wondering what these backstories were. Okay, you had missiles in it? I don't know why you have missile supply for no missiles. But you can see right here, your new ship takes out your original ship. And you just have to tweak it again and again and again. So right here, this right here, you don't need 3 shields, but 3 shields are nice. And let's fix the disruptors to give it more offensive ability. This will cut the cost down a little bit too. And we'll do that. We'll put in the double door so that they can actually go faster back because we're having power utilization. Now we have this, we have that circle, we have the shields up front. Alright, let's save this as 1.3 so that we know we went to a new one. Let's go to 1.3. We'll give her 1.2, restart the battle. Cost is a little bit more. Shape is a little funny too, but it can be fixed. Just a little bit here, a little bit there. We may have to add it back in that third shield. Let's see how this does. It does have a lot of firepower in the start. Like a lot of firepower, so. But you see how the shields, they add in just that extra layer that you need. And you see the difference? You want them to focus on the front and not on the back so much, because you see right here, you still have all 6 cannons, and this ship only has 3 cannons left. So even though you lost the front first, it did its job. It's meant, your front is meant to tank. And then your back is your firepower. So even though you lost your front at the beginning, that's not a big deal. Your firepower's in the back. You still have these cannons firing, you still have these cannons firing, you still have these cannons firing. And in the long run, as you can see, the new ship wins. And that's the purpose of your front. It's to distract them, force them to fire in the front. Plus, it's a lot less costly to lose your shields and your lasers compared to your sulfur and your cannons. Even though your sulfur is right here. I like the way you have your sulfur cache back there. But my question is, why is the sulfur all the way down here and you have no... I guess there is a little bit of sulfur cache there. Very interesting design. We need to fix the back of the ship too. But I am running a little bit short on time, and I do want to showcase the other ships. We're going to leave this as 1.3 right now. We'll come back to this one in the next session. I only have a good like 20 some odd minutes left. I want to showcase a bunch of other ships. So we're going to leave this as 1.3 here. Dr. Mobius, who sent this into Discord, thank you for the ship. We'll edit it again in another live session, but let's move on to a few other ships. So let's come back over here. Let's go ahead and look at we'll look at Hosep ship. So the first ship that he went over here and he designed, oh, it's a 4-cannon ship, diagonal 4-cannon ship. What on earth is this? This concoction looks neat and amazing, both at the same time. In fact, here, let's face. Did I put new ships one? I did. Let's face this versus the new MK3. I don't think that's a fair representation, but we're gonna do it anyways. More than double the cost. This is a good way to see how, you see how the front of the ship is just there to take damage. That's all the front of the ship is there for. And then he has 3, I like this 3 disruptor idea, but you can see how one of them's not always firing. Only 2 works, the third one doesn't. And I would move the disruptors right next to the shields almost. But you see the front? It's just there to take damage. And you see now that they're focusing the front because they're aiming toward this, they took out all the extra side, and you see he still has 4 cannons shooting at you. And even though it costs less, significantly less, but ridiculous amount of I like how these shields are placed. I really do. But as you can see, it still got damaged and destroyed because you have 5 cannons firing on him and he only has 4. But for this ship to have last as long as it did, you can see the significance of adding frontal armor to the back. Alright, really neat design. I like it. Let's move on to the next ship. This concoction looks like bare bones, but man, look how many ions it has. What on earth is this? 56 ions temp. Let's save it here. Let's look at Hosep's ship. Let's take this versus, not a fair comparison, but we're just watching to see how it actually does. That is a lot of ions with a good maneuverability. That is a base template. Yeah, not fair at all. Base template has nothing on it, but if you have that many ions, right? Neat. Bloop ship. very good at PvP, and you can see right here, I like the shields, a diagonal facing shield design, the overlayers and overstacks. Super well protected all around. I do like it. Very nice design there, Blue. Alright, let's load in another ship. This one right here. A ion charge. 8 ion charge. Huh. Save this ship right here. Let's put the 8 ion charge there. I think this ship is a very low cost ship. Yeah, 384,000. I'm actually interested to see if this can take on an Imperium, a monolith, combat, Ballisteria. I think it can, just the way it's designed. Look at this. Looks like a little bug. I'm gonna get to it. It's definitely gonna get to it. I have time, I think. Alright, you see how he's circling around? I don't know why he's circling around. He did mention that that was part of the problem. It's probably because of these big thrusters in the back. You see how they're trying to push? They're pushing it. They should equal like this. You should do... it's unbalanced with the boosters. That's the problem right there. And there's no backward thrust. That's something we'd have to look at it more. It didn't take on a Ballisteria, as you can see. So, yeah. Let's go to Zonskool. Zonskool? Sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. Let's look at this massive PvP battleship. Holy moly's. This is a deadly ship. I don't even think I would want to face it. It's unnamed. Hold on. You didn't give it a name? Did you even put your name on it? Okay, you did put your name on it. Let's save this ship. Let's put it in here, right here. Alright, I guarantee this ship, because it's just a wall, a crazy wall, 819. Like my 6 cannon ship doesn't even stand a chance. Here's a good representation. Near same cost. 6 cannons versus 6 cannons, but this wall of armor, just massive. There is one disadvantage, well, a few disadvantages. You have no armor for the back boosters in any way. So if you face versus a missile ship, you would have some problems. But your front armor, amazing. I like it. The ammo's good. That's a lot of small little tiny. You literally could add one medium, but I don't know if you're trying to look for space. Why do you have all these extra doors? What are all these extra doors for? I can see why these doors are here, but why are these doors here? What is this for? What is this for? Why are there doors to here? This is just cost. You don't even need doors to that. You literally just need that. And if you really wanted to keep these extra, you can keep that. You can, just like that. That saves you on a ton of cost. Like, these doors are useless. Wait, how does power get to it? Oh, I see. Oh, I see. You can't hear me? Did I go mute? I'm not muted. Oh, because you probably had to do... Here, I would do... There, you need the doors to actually access that. I can see that. But you got a lot of doors. Okay, you only need one door there to access, just like that. And then you can still supply power to those. But all those extra doors, look at that, 25,000 in doors alone. And then you have all these extra doors here. Like, why do you have double doors on your bunkers? That's another... I mean, wow. Talk about doors. .1.0. I just want to see the cost difference between these two now. There's the original. Here's the new one. Yeah, you saved yourself a couple thousand in doors alone. That you don't need. Does it still fly with all those doors? Yeah. Just doors. So you have just enough doors to be able to go ahead and just supply that, because I see how you had that back there. But you didn't need all those other extra doors. I can see why you have doors here, because then they go in and out, in and out. And that makes sense for the cannons to resupply ammo. A really nicely designed ship. Nice PvP ship. I like it. I do like it. Hold on. Let's test this, okay? Let's take 1.0. Let's face 1.0 versus this new insect-like ship. Sorry, I'm messing now. I want to see. How does this little insect ship face this? The cannons are gonna win for sure. But it's a cute little insect ship for the cost. It's a cute little insect ship, I like it. What other things? 800,000? What do I have? The last close to 800,000. Oh, there's the mining laser. I'm sorry, I just can't get enough of this mining laser idea. It's not gonna win in any battles, but it's just the concept alone. It's kind of funny. Now, if only the mining lasers could fire while moving. If mining lasers could fire while moving, this mining ship would be deadly. But you see, they keep stopping because every time you move, they can't fire. There, see, now once it stops moving, now I can do deadly damage. Well, not deadly damage, but it was kind of neat. It's a neat concept. I like it. Hold on, let's see this point defense wall. I know the cost is ridiculous. It's just extremes, right? Here's this points defense wall. Yeah, it can still fire. So if he can still fire and he's in range, do you have shields? He does have shields. Look at this point defense wall. And no cannons can get past it. It's ridiculously expensive, but man, look at this. I actually think the point defense wall will win. Yes, it will. Wow. You run out of ammo before you can do anything to it. A point defense wall, the anti-projectile straight projectile. Not conventional at all, but kind of neat. Anyways, I have to get off. I have to go do some other things, but thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this content, please feel free to smash the like button. Leave me a comment. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you don't like. Come join us on Discord. Check out what video. Check out what ships we have and how everyone's collaborating, working together. And thank you all so much for being here. Please subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Thank you all so much again, and you all have a wonderful rest of your day.